Alright. Hello, everybody! Hello, my crewmates! Welcome back to another stream! Live now. A little late from my usual start time, but who cares? We're delving in almost like right away. Oh. Duna's on my bag. Hydrating is important, yes. But I want to say, I had a very awesome weekend that, went out of town, had fun, but I'm getting so much more excited for this summer. But for now, we're hopping into Yalla Delve. I have a tuna on my bed this time and not a sushi. Tuna! Tuna! He's just being him. Oh. This is very interesting. Also, out of stream, I got my turtle. I forget what I named him. I actually have canonically named him Ryusuke. Ryu as in dragon. And I realize I haven't dyed him. You need to have... He gets the usual thing. Oh! And we have a martini! And he's just, like, commandeered. He's learned that I... But yeah, I won't use the turtle much because I use my sky scale. First thing we do is get some silvers. On the house, we will get this. Oh. But we're getting the mining filter. We gotta go on down. You know my goal is gonna be map completion as well, yes. Man, this is so very cool. You know me, I'm a completionist by heart. Where is that?
It was nothing.
Nice.
You asked for it.
Wait, it's a Ranma. Ranma and Goric.
Wall's weak here. Turtles, do your thing.
We need a turtle to do this. Okay.
Siege turtles can turn this wall to rubble.
We're just group slamming.
Wall's weak here. Turtles, do your thing.
Fortunately, I have ammo. You can hop on and shoot.
Wall's weak here. Turtles, do your thing.
Ooh. Yeah. At least I have a turtle.
Wall's weak here. Turtles, do your thing.
Turtle power. Doo doo.
Attack!
Wait, shouldn't we discuss tactics? Last time...
We had the element of surprise. This time, either we attack or they beat our brains in while we...
Might and glory!
Attack!
Structural integrity compromised.
Obi! Okay.
This is quite interesting. Note, this is all new to me. That these brotherhoods are attacking, but then again, they...
Like you anyway.
Well, yeah. Turtle time! Smack! Smack! Thankfully. Oh wow, that's... Oh, and their heist.
I'm hurt. Ready for anything.
Mm,
According to plan, occupy the area.
turtle slam!
Mow 'em down.
Might and glory.
History is mine.
Victory! Wait. Now that we've done that exercise, do I have to smack 'em? Can't leave now! Huh? Smash him.
You love how... you comparing everything to toes.
I feel furious.
Everywhere.
Hi, Commander.
Ready for
Rom
anything.
and I spoke with more Brotherhood, and we may have a lead. A suspicious haze propagating in the mine.
If this haze looks similar to the void, there's a lot of it around here.
Can you scan some samples? Apparently it's making workers ill. I suspect it's correlated with this unusual behavior.
I can. You're sure the lead's credible?
As far as I can tell, their stories check out. Plus, playing the law card helped. What they don't know won't hurt them.
But be careful. If true, the haze is likely harmful in large quantities. I'd scan from smaller hotspots if possible.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Come from you.
Dodge this.
Dang it.
By my will.
Oh, the hologery. To be fair, I've been playing a lot of Stage 2 of Follow Gear. Because I have everything in Stage 1, I need Stage 2 done a lot more.
Did you see that?
Okay, chase pillars,
Integrity.
boosted.
Compromised.
I don't care, I'm still doing Aqua. Still doing Aqua currently. I've been rolling for characters though.
It'll be okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm hurt.
That cannot hold you.
This is not an easy event.
I got it. Help. I'm hurt. Can't be.
I don't let my
Interrupt.
game let me have my mouse.
Anyone? Help!
Did you see that?
Juna, are you being cute? What? There's like whispering going on.
from harm.
Brave.
Finish it off! Another minion down. I'll have more. I feel furious! Chill to the bone.
You're finished.
Did you see that?
Yeah, no. Can I see Sushi in his box?
And brilliant.
No, I'm. Wonder if.
Not bad, Lord.
Smash harder is hardly grand strategy.
Lucky for us, most things around here just need smashing.
Ooh,
Wash the pain away.
loot.
Good luck, detective. See you down there.
Over here.
Grant me your strength, my friend.
Please spot. Scan. Scan some haze. These guys are very tough. Not
Ready, willing, and able.
another haze. It is.
Commander! Signs of labored breathing. Running into trouble? Risking death?
Everything okay? I'm getting a lot of static.
Terrible. Cutting out. Awful down here. Call you back.
That was mildly concerning. Guess I'll see if they call again.
You're stuck in the hole, Porcini. The mushroom man is in the hole. Wanna go bunny up here, glide here. Thankfully, zip lines are very handy. Another spot. The worst rower. This place is so neat. Ooh, another hot spot.
checking in. You're avoiding large haze clouds, right? Don't need you swallowed by a haze blob, even for science.
Are you two all right? Your last call was...
How many more will die?
What?
I said we're fine. Your breathing sounds a bit fast. Don't push yourself. Cutting out again. Let's try...
There's no way.
Amora.
No. Just distortion.
Ooh, giant skeletons. We love giant skeletons here. Amora will die. Amora. Distortions? Hi. Oh. Hot spot here.
Commander! Can you hear me?
Ah, loud and clear. Just scanned your last sample.
Much appreciated. Your readings suggest this haze is composed primarily of raw magic, very similar to Void. However, the samples contain an extra element not found in unfiltered magic. I'll run further analysis. In the meantime, let's all regroup in the lower mines. Oh, and if you see any jade on your way, could you test it for a haze reaction?
I'll look into it.
Of
If I have time.
if we have time. We have time.
I've never seen readings like this. Strong.
I feel furious! Forget it. I ain't going any farther down. I'm gonna get myself killed for your precious readings.
It that's funky jade. I like the color though. Really cool color.
Ready to fight!
Swift and steady.
Any progress on the jade experiments?
I tested a few jade blocks. Their color darkened after contact with the haze.
That would suggest the secondary element imprinted itself on the base. We're onto something here.
That's... nice. Hey, have you heard anything, or anyone odd during our calls?
You
always seeing monsters where there are none. I haven't noticed anything, but it's possible a Brotherhood comm is causing interference. Once you're here,
I have to go.
We're hearing Amora.
Where one path ends, another begins.
Rendezvous. At Luxon Terminus. First, fine. Go and grab map complete. But it's weird. We're hearing Almora, and we know for sure Almora is dead. And the reason why is because we saw it through our vision. But I do feel that may just be the commander. Holds a lot of guilt towards.
Or is that haze getting nastier?
Might be a hallucination. My filter is gone. We might be hearing something, though our comm is very clearly picking it up. Also, I can say, these are sea creatures on the ceilings. And the reason why is because we are most definitely underneath the Jade Sea. But why are we hearing these lines? Wait. They sound very familiar. That's realizing. They sound exactly like some of her last words were. Anyways, are you ready for the instance? Okay. Oh? Did you not want a pet? Tuna. Want a pet? No. Tuna's stubborn. This music is really good. Wait, what? There's a champion's skill. Where is it? I'm not dealing with that. She's out. The poor boy is lonely without her. Which reminds me. Buy my money. I can get coins because I did weeklies earlier. Yay! Let's do this. Ooh. Ooh. Pretty art, pretty art. I'm debating if I use the loo right now.
Ah, you made it. Further research awaits, Commander. Shall we? Still so many questions. We already neutralized the void, or confirmed it. Yet there's obvious disequilibrium here.
I'll try to get more out of Chilmu about this haze once we're done.
Would he even know anything? You said yourself, he's been hiding at camp while his crew goes berserk.
Look, he really screwed up, but he's not what you think.
Oh, a criminal, a coward. Well, so far he's proving both.
I'm waiting. Alright. Be back soon. Almost back. Using always good. The only problem with staying hydrated is needing to use the loo frequently. Thankfully, we have a sushi, and I put him on my bed, and he's staying like a good boy. Alright, we're back. Fortini is sleeping. Fortini, stop sleeping on the job. Time we venture further and deeper. Oh, they're enraged. Why are they mad? We've done nothing. Also, I'm just glad and Gork's doing his hallucinating. I love Gork. Favorite character right there. Huh?
The way ahead's blocked. Come on, Finn, let's check it out. I need some air anyway.
You're not getting it down here, that's for sure.
Looks pretty solid, but I bet we can find some spots to break through. Finn, switch to inspect mode, please.
But of course. Now activating inspect.
Commander, you know your way around a mech drone. Care to do the honors?
Your mech seems more agreeable now.
A little tune-up and Finn's back to his old self after deprogramming some learned behaviors. Look, Cholmu's not the easiest guy to vouch for, but you've seen him at his
Assault.
best. Dragon's End? That's the real him. He gave me a chance when the world acted like I was invisible. Before June, the Brotherhood was my only home. Right now, he's losing control, and he knows it. I'm worried he can't get it back. But if I can help, I will. I want to.
Objective complete. Was this result to your satisfaction?
You did fantastic, Finn. Thank you.
Good. Happy Magnolias are always good. Opportunity!
All right, people, let's move.
Just so you're aware, haze levels are likely to rise the farther we go. If you feel faint at any point,
You didn't
You
need to
will
be
be the
in.
first to know. Shall we?
That's Leyline. That's Leyline up there.
Demons, ambush, ahead! Hit them!
No wonder our signal is shoddy.
say, Commander, you mentioned something over comms. A voice?
Yeah. You were right. Just interference.
Ah. Although, your lack of eye contact is a tad concerning.
Oh, nice catch.
My eye contact is not important to you. I am 7. Gorik, it's impressive you can see that when Kairos is like twice your size. What?
Demons. Does Cholmu know? He didn't mention.
More reason to be careful who you place faith in.
Look, just because your mentor...
Finish that sentence. I dare you.
More skills though, which I'm actually happy. I love skills. They're my favorite enemy because they're just cool looking creatures. But then again, I'm sad we don't have many of them. Then I realized they teleport and they have what? Ley energy? Leyline anomaly? What? Wait, that doesn't look JD at all. What the hell is with this place?
Gave it my all.
People have managed to remake models for 3D printing, so it can be hard to find models of exact characters in that.
Didn't realize the Brotherhood mined this deep.
Oh,
Commander, you all right?
Feels like I got the wind knocked out of me.
I don't think we're doing that hot.
Wait, is that
What is it?
A ley line.
an unparalleled source of raw magic? Pure energy! This must be why the proximate jade is so powerful. It could be monumental in solving Kantha's energy predicament.
But Leyline infused jade is interesting. Oh, He's gonna do a wonder, I guess. Hey, do.
Interesting. And what's this?
Oh. I can say I do this too. Ramble talking while moving.
Oh, fascinating.
Work, don't go too far. Work.
I need a closer look.
Finn, can you get us across?
Activating gap traversal device.
Oh,
Executing execute process.
zip line. Whoop.
Ready for more.
Is this what's messing with the Brotherhood? Working near a power source this strong?
Unlikely. The simple exposure to ley line energy generally isn't enough to affect one's well-being. Though something is unusual here. I've never seen a ley line produce any kind of miasmic byproduct.
Oni! Careful! There's more than one?
It must be deceiving our senses, blurring reality. We have to stay focused. Everyone take a platform and divert its attention. Commander, I could use your help here.
Rama, come with me. I'll give you a lift.
In my short life, there was so much left that I wanted to see.
Siren,
I make a pretty good
what's
team.
They're based on the written. What is going on?
Rise and serve.
This is weird. Why is Siren? But she's ghostly. Is the thing trying to show us our past?
Can you hear me? Yao wants you over on their platform. They need backup.
I know what you're trying to do. It won't work.
Commander, we'll talk later, I promise. Yao needs you now, okay?
Huh?
Up here.
Yao? Yes. Sorry, Yao. Got out of sorts for a moment.
It's good to see you here.
Stop!
Commander, you alright? Hang in there with me.
Air. Air.
These people love you. You don't care.
You know that's not true.
What these? They're Mordrum. But we're hallucinating our failures. This is not what Kyrius needs. He mentally just can't handle it. Normally, he's been dealing with this 10 years of guilt already. What? This is intense.
I never wanted to hurt them. Air.
Finn, shield Rama, quick!
Defense engaged. The Rama has been shielded.
The Rama?
Return, my friend. The Rama I'm sorry.
And
We
Amora.
need to talk. So many lives lost.
There was no other way.
I was nothing to you.
That's not fair. I did everything I could. Almora!
Oh, come on. What is going on?
Might and glory.
The hate is really affecting us. These are based on the Frost Legion. Dominion. Don't you? We're not doing hot, are we? This is trauma. Things we face. Our own traumas. This is our traumas we are reliving. Those that died.
I think we did it.
It's regenerating. It must be healing itself with the ley line.
Let's get out of here, now! Commander? He's blacking out. We need to get him and go!
You haven't changed a bit.
Killing and corrupting. It's what you were born to do.
What? What?
Hey, you're up. Do you know who we are?
Look at me closely, Commander. Concentrate. Who am I? Take your time. You were extremely
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. Gorik.
Oh, thank the alchemy.
You had us worried. You were talking to us like we were, well, not us.
Like old friends.
Yes. That demon. It was messing with my head. Made me think you were someone else.
Yes. I should have known as soon as it introduced those clones. It appears to be able to alter its victim's reality.
I've been trying to reach you since Yao dropped everything and ran into that hole. June is...
Dude?
She's...
Furious, I know. But we're making important discoveries down in this hole. And if I have to upset June to save...
June will not be upset when she hears what we found. A ley line. That's what's been supercharging the Jade.
Well, that's fantastic! A potentially free-flowing jade-based energy source. It's too good to be...
There's an unkillable mind-altering demon gorging on it.
Oh.
Don't worry.
Of course.
We'll eliminate it. Or at least lure it away from the ley line.
And what's your plan of attack this time, General Gorik?
I'm afraid it's going to be unpleasant. Especially for the commander. I wish there was another way.
We're dealing
That
with
demon seemed
personal.
particularly attracted to you. Fighting it will require neuroparasitological investigation.
If that's what it takes.
Sorry, Commander. Yao's right. It is important work. I'll fill June in. Keep us posted if you can, and good luck.
It's gonna take us a lot of mental problems. He was on. He does. Sorry, I was going on about old
No
friends.
apology necessary. That creature tried to latch onto a powerful memory to see what emotions it could provoke. Although it seemed to me that first memory wasn't enough. That you dealt with those, metaphorical demons before.
We I also saw Aaron Amora.
Yes, the demons seem to latch onto increasingly raw and more recent memories, feeding on your response. And I'm afraid we're going to have to use that to our advantage if we're
Yeah.
to completely defeat it.
Trust me, the air thing is even more painful because Kyrius can't handle. He was frozen. He mentally almost broke. The lore, yeah, it's the lore. Though, surprise, it is not canon that the commander does harm Tiny in any way. That is just a personal lore thing. But they know. Kyrius takes death hardest. Why does it feel
Maybe we
raw?
haven't completely dealt with all of your feelings. Or perhaps the haze somehow lowers our ability to cope. Or it enhances our sensitivity to emotions. Unfortunately, we're going to have to experiment to find out.
Uh, it's like Gork. Yeah, Kyrius became a wreck. I can say Kyrius doesn't cope well with those emotions. Nor does he cope well with nor does he cope well with the fact that he decided to retreat from society because of things. How are you feeling?
I thought I was ready, but his Rama has helped me understand. It's harder than it appears. I have a new appreciation for you, to be sure.
Ah, Gorek. And he's
I'm
picking up a
starting to
lot.
wonder whether his high degree of intuition can be taught. But I'm doing my best to take his advice and watch how he works.
I like that. Ranma. Sorry, I thought Ranma was Almora.
Oh, here. Sounds like she was a hell of a soldier. And a good friend.
She was. Yao came
How's the
back.
mech came through.
Technically, Yao built the mech, so...
Finn is pretty great.
Okay. A lot of folks say they want to help, but only show up when it serves them.
Gork was Siren.
Yao's good people.
Yao
Finn.
was Air. And Rama was Almora. How is
Got
Gork
off to a
doing?
shaky start, but took charge when the chips were down. Made good decisions. Hey, he's learning from the best.
Ah, I love that Rama likes him. Any thoughts
Much
about
as I've learned
Chumu?
to trust Yao's judgment, not sure I'll ever come around on this. But Yao has their reasons. I get it. Yao, Chulmu, June. They're like a dysfunctional little family. Not sure if Yao's the kid or...
The marriage counselor?
Marriage counselor! That is a great line. Captain Min.
Maybe. But you start asking me about my love life, and I'm gonna return the favor. Don't think you're ready for that, pal.
Story. Let's see. So we're on chapter 17 of... I think we're gonna try to do another hour of this. Sorry I was so disoriented when you needed
It's
me.
okay. Gorik told me about Air, how much she meant to you and to your whole crew. Her bravery in the fight against Mordremoth, the way she was betrayed, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And honestly, I think Yao kind of has that. I do wonder. Rama is a soldier, a mentor. He does fit in with Amora. Yao is very much a glue that keeps people together. He's the marriage counselor, he says. Though you could say he is the group mother, or they are the group mom. I default to he. I am bad. I'm sorry, Yao. I'm sorry. Forgive me, Yao, for I have sinned. But Yao, they are very much like air. Coincidentally, I'm pretty sure if you'd have Tybalt or the Vigil guy, if you play through either of those storylines. We got Siren. But I think Siren and Gorik fit together. Because they're both impulsive but deep into their research. Are you worried about June? They'll think you're betraying her.
June's not a charitable person. But deep down, I think she knows I'm loyal. Though, maybe that's part of the problem. I would never betray June's trust. But just because I stopped working for Cholmu doesn't mean I cut off all ties. Like June, he can be tough. And it's no stretch to say he hasn't been at his best down here. But he didn't get where he is by being incompetent, and he truly cares about his people. Anyway, if June knows me as well as I think she does, she'll get it. She might not like it, but she'll understand.
The Jade Brotherhood, well, they are seen a lot, especially in the story. They seem like the bad guys, but they're not bad guys. They're just fighting against the corporation, which is fighting against, like, Zunlai Jade has control of all of Kantha. They have a monopoly, which is not good, but they've also made their Jade products pretty expensive. So Chunmu decided to. Now, he might have done some bad things, like maybe killing June's father. I think he did that. But he makes Jade affordable for all the people. He makes cheap affordable. It might be a little bit faulty, but that's just how it is. Chunmu is going to go for the little guy, not the big guy. Who are you here to help, June or Chunmu?
Kantha. This
Kantha.
discovery could do so much for so many people. And if I can help some old friends along the way, even better.
He just wants, and I think that statement is perfect. Yeah. Kantha, supporting Kantha is going to be the most. Jade has become a main staple in Kantha. Hasn't really gone outside of Kantha because it was cut off. But they just want to find a way to have a renewable energy source that doesn't use dragons. Anyways, let's get to the next section. Sushi. Give the cat some pets. Checking gore. Oh. We're in the haze. We need to go back to the forward camp. Just I just want to get out of combat so I can get to the thing. Get my filters.
Farewell.
Let's hear from Gorik's research. Oh, he has a research journal. Journaling is fun. Oh. Let's listen. Oh, it's...
Testing. Gorik, reporting on behalf of Friends Detective Agency, on site at the Brotherhood's Jade excavation. After the recent demon run-in, our efforts to curtail Canthus' energy crisis are postponed. Me and my team of experts.
Your team, huh?
Our team is strategizing a plan to remove
I love how
from
it's like
power source,
correction.
a ley line housed within the mine.
You're recording? Can I get some airtime? Engineering Grandmaster Yao here, reporting from the trenches of an illicit jade mining mega operation.
Yao, these are case notes, not a Hollow News broadcast. I'll continue logging updates as they occur. Gorik, out.
Just trying to lighten the mood.
Aww. There are 10 entries. Woo! We get to listen them all!
Case notes. Entry 2. Today I ran further analysis on the unknown element present in the commander's haze samples. Though still indeterminate, I suspect it's a byproduct of the demon, likely agitated by its confined ley line proximity.
Oh, we just gotta listen to
A
these.
makeshift lab for experimentation here at the mine. It's humble, but rather quaint, if I do say.
Oh,
It'll
this
serve my
is...
needs for the time being. I just need to keep out a few nosy Kappa trespassers. As usual, I'll continue logging my research as it proved pertinent. Gorik, out.
So this is his little lab. And you can tell, Kyrus wouldn't fit. I like that he set up his own little lab. Entry number 3.
Entry 3. An unexpected visitor dropped by. Shol Mu. I thought maybe he'd come to shut down my lab.
He was over here? Yeah, he does hate things built without his approval.
But he seemed to take an interest in my work, particularly the previously mentioned haze samples. Of course, I was thrilled to recount my current hypotheses, but he seemed more concerned about potential...
Of course,
He's been really torn up about his crew.
I like that it shows he cares.
Once confidentiality can be maintained.
Sorry, just curious about the research is all.
I like that he says he doesn't say it, but Junmu does care for his crew, and the fact he's even worried for Gorik, of all people. He's worried for Gorik in this one. Listen to entry number 4.
While I usually record notes as soon as possible, the event that transpired recently required a moment to process. It began when one of those Kappa pets got into my equipment, while wreaking senseless havoc, smashed a haze sample. The sample was small. However, inhaling its contents in an enclosed area made me lightheaded. I knew it was unlikely to cause damage. Still, I went to recuperate on a cot at the medical tent.
What?
Once rested, I felt well enough to return to work. But when I opened my eyes, what I saw made my nausea return full force.
What?
Oh, Detective Rama, I mean...
Am I interrupting?
What?
No, just recording some research notes. I can get back to them later.
I think with that, I'm pretty sure he saw Blish. Maybe even. It's just a theory. I feel like he saw Blish, but it wasn't the Blish we knew. It wasn't the Gollum Blish. The Gollum who was thankful he was saved by his brother and technically immortal. I think he saw the exact moment, or even very close, to Blish's first time nearly dying. He saw moments and he saw possibly what was Blish nearly dying. He probably saw the moment of Blish. He saw Blish. I'm pretty sure of that. Now this could have been Gollum Blish turning himself off to sacrifice himself. Though it could have also been Blish, the Azura Blish, before he became a Gollum, almost dying. Let's listen.
Case notes. Entry 5. Rana visited to check in after my Kappa incident, which I suppose still needs explanation. Picking up where I left off. When I opened my eyes, I saw something I don't think I'll ever be able to forget. Blish was sitting across from me.
What?
Not in his golden body, but exactly how I remembered him from before his illness.
What a psychotic. Oh my god.
He stared at me in a menacing way he never had before. And his body disintegrated into a mass of
How did I
tentacles.
forget that?
They swarmed me. I can still feel the prickle of their claws across my skin. At the point I thought I might suffocate, they vanished. Next thing I remember, I was clinging tightly to Yao, sobbing. They comforted me until I could pull myself together. Once I found the words, I told them everything. They stayed with me for a long time. Then they returned later with some tea. I'm still shaken up and rather embarrassed about what happened. But I'm so grateful Yao was there to help me through it. I'm going to see Tiny soon. And I plan to tell her everything that happened.
I can't believe I predicted the Gollum that Blish saw. What he saw. I can't believe I predicted that. He saw his own demons. And was specifically Blish before Gollum body. That's entry number 6.
Entry 6. I paid Tiny a much-needed visit and told her everything. She has a way of making me feel better. We also spoke about the implications. We think the unknown element I've been studying is causing these effects. What's most troubling is that this incident confirms my earlier hypothesis. These hallucinations aren't random. Based on the commander's experiences, and now my own, the delusions appear to target prime emotional vulnerabilities. The how of it all remains a mystery, but it does explain the demon's manipulation of one's senses. Now that I'm back, I plan to tell Rama and Yao about this development, though it seems they stopped by in my absence. They installed a a few Kappa-repellent gadgets outside my lab, and left a kind note with a plate of tea cookies. Picturing those two working together makes me smile. They seem on better terms lately. I hope the trend continues.
So these there are Kappa devices. Let's see. Number 7.
Case notes. Entry 7. Today was unusual. Rama visited. That wasn't unusual, though his demeanor was rather tender. However, Yao and Cholmu also visited. Yao did most of the talking. Odd, as Cholmu's keen on speaking for himself. Yao explained that Cholmu had experienced hallucinations. I asked him to elaborate. Frequency, locations, etc. Rama made to leave, perhaps out of politeness, but Cholmu told him to stay. He said it's better we're all made aware. He didn't go into much detail. His visions were of a deceased friend, and they only occurred in the lower minds. Rama pressed him about the other crew members, but Cholmu claimed that none had voiced similar experiences. He originally chalked any behavioral discrepancies up to stress, but he realized too late that it may be something more. Cholmu's accounts seem credible, if not a bit slow, and they're another data point supporting mine and Timey's theory.
Very interesting. Number 8.
Something unbelievable just happened. Cholmu visited again. Once certain we were alone, he began frantically rambling. He admitted that he'd left out details about his hallucinations because Yao was present.
Oh, he didn't want you to worry.
Cholmu had worked on the forefront of the excavation. Alone one night, he heard someone run up behind him. Before he knew it, he was face down. He could hear the attacker hissing while bashing his head into the ground. Nearly unconscious, Cholmu felt the attacker start chewing his leg. He suspects it may have been trying to eat him. With the strength he had left, he cast off the attacker. He sat up to see one of his captains, blood staining her mouth. Their struggle continued, edging closer to a mine shaft. To keep them from falling, Cholmu tried to ram her backward. But in that moment, she lunged. Instead of hitting him, she flew over his back, free falling to the bottom of the mine. He was so shocked, he couldn't process it. His crew assumed the captain quit, as she'd recently been acting agitated. That's when his delusions began. He made me swear not to tell Yao, who'd known the captain. But I had to tell someone.
Secret. Entry 9. You didn't want to hurt Yao.
Case note, entry 9. I have a confession. Despite Cholmu swearing me to secrecy, I couldn't keep his story to myself. I paid
Gork,
Timmy
yeah.
a visit and spilled everything. She was shocked, to say the least, but she was glad I confided in
At
her.
least.
She echoed Cholmu's request not to tell Yao. There's no use upsetting them. I couldn't bring myself to do so anyway.
I like how
Still,
Timey's his
I feel better
confidant.
getting it off my chest. And as Timey pointed out, if I was stressed, imagine how Cholmu feels.
Aww.
Between the guilt and the cruelty inherent in these delusions, it puts his behavior into perspective. While I was there, Timey showed me something exciting. A prototype for a device that she, June, and Yao were working on.
Ah.
It's designed to control the stress response the demon seems to feast on, then channel that power back at it.
That's
It's
neat
based
to
on my
hear.
research findings, paired with Yao and June's Jade tech knowledge, and Timey's everything knowledge.
I like that.
We just might have a solution to our demon problem.
We need that. Last one.
Case notes, entry 10. This is it! We've done it! Thank the alchemy! Timey asked me to stop by as soon as possible. When I arrived, she, Yao, and June were putting the final touches on their newest invention. It boasts several features, not to mention a sleek design.
Design.
I can't wait till the commander sees, though I need to keep reminding myself to treat this with sensitivity. The commander's role in our plan will likely be the toughest and most psychologically draining.
I will need Orchini.
Adventures debut. Demon, here we come. Gorik out.
We've got a solution.
A world of possibilities awaits.
Gork sent us a letter! Let's see it. Very important! It's in all caps! Orchini. Well, technically Orchini, it's just Porcini. Anyways. Thank you for of the higher spirits, okay, because we've been re-traumatized. Yeah. It will be toxic. Yeah, emotionals. Everyone has my full confidence. It's Gork's coming on us. Yay. When you're ready, come by the power plant in New Kining City. To New Kining. To... Where is the power plant? Trying to... There are 2 power plants. Which one do you want? Wait, no. That's the power. To the Ministry World Waypoint. Done. Hopefully it's... And while we're loading up...
Jade is warning the public to avoid Jade Brotherhood goods after numerous reports of dangerous malfunctions. Which raises the question, should the ministries impose
Actually, I'm submitting my paperwork to create my own ministry.
Honestly, we need emotional sword. Porcinis are always the greatest thing. But now, what lies within is... And then we have an interlude. Let's see.
Abram Snapper caught fresh in the bay this morning. In the mood for something spicy?
Plan emerges. Take the elevator up. Okay. Where is the elevator? Well, this chapter is literally just an interlude. It's an epilogue sort of thing. It's... In a way, we're tying up loose ends. Find out what our friend Scruffy!
You look refreshed and so lucid.
I hear you've been busy. Certainly looks that way.
And for good reason. Finn, please show the commander our latest masterpiece.
Finn?
Just like we practiced. Introducing the Recollector.
Ta-da!
Yeah, the ta-da! Examine the
I'm not
thing.
sure I follow.
That demon took a liking to you. After further analysis, it's clear why. It preys on unresolved stress, vulnerability.
Not that anyone is doubting your
Stress and vulnerability.
the weight of the world. And that's tough for anyone, even if they are you.
Luckily, we can use that to our advantage. If you gather your emotions with the Recollector, we can use them as a lure.
Right. When our demon senses potent emotions, it'll try to latch on. Once enticed, we can lure it from the ley line. Like tasty emotional breadcrumbs.
So your plan is to make me into bait. How do I collect these emotional breadcrumbs?
You'll have to do some exploration, physically and emotionally. Places important to you should give strong responses. I know it's a lot, but
Do I need to deal with my trauma analysis? Karen, do I need
Forgive
to...
my lack of enthusiasm for all this. But I'll do what needs to be done.
I do not want to do trauma, is what he says. The young reactor. I like that we have to go through all this though. Though, yeah, my trans did affect us pretty hard. That's, Garden Heights. I love that there's a waypoint so close to that because I am not, I do not like traveling. New kind. Ooh. Thankfully, there's lots of jade batteries. I can light that up. Portini, Portini, are you jumping off that? Come on. Wee. Honestly, it's totally worth the jump off. Yo! There's a memorial to Mile. That's sweet. Yo.
Hey, Commander. So, Kaining, huh? At least it's convenient.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to pry. I just... Hey, at any point, if you get worked up, I'm here. Dealing with this stuff is hard. Most people won't even try. For what it's worth, I think
Yo,
I'm brave
are
to
you
do
trying
this.
to...
And yeah, I'll be here. That's all.
Honestly, if you're my
Thank you, Yao.
therapist,
Suppose I should get
that's...
started.
Examine the memorial. Find a way to pay respect. Woo! Flowers, kid. Hi. It's an archive book. Flowers. Poor Kitty. Pay up to pay respects. Don't worry, there's no way to do extra down either.
Yeah, you said that. I can't change who I was, but I won't give up on who I want to be.
Reflection.
Who, pray tell, is that? I don't know. Someone better.
Someone better, and she did.
Hey, how are you feeling?
My Trin was selfish. Killed innocent people without a second thought. And I owe my life to her.
I didn't know her well. Our first real introduction was terrible. But I did get the impression she felt lost. Finding your place can be tough. She probably thought the Aether Blades were where she belonged. But then she hit a point where she realized what she was doing didn't align with the person she wanted to be. And she started thinking less about being accepted by pirates and more about being acceptable to herself.
Doesn't excuse her actions. Not one bit.
Gods, no. She murdered people. Maybe just acknowledge that she tried to do something right at the end. Not everybody does.
Blish, Cinder, Aurene, and Blash. We got a choice. I think I don't want to do Aurene. I want to do Blish. And the reason behind that is because he and Gorick. Kyrus always felt bad for what happened to Blish. College of Synergetics in Radasum. Which means we go right. Metrical Court. go far from Cantha for this. I want to do Blish, and that's because Carius was probably, in a way, what's the time? Gorik! Hi, Grenade Quest. Gorik. So wait, this is the bar. Gorik! Gorik, what is...
Just reading through some of Blish's old papers.
Old?
His professors always kept copies of his work as examples for future students.
Wow. He must have been at the top of his classes.
Academic competition was fierce, especially in cybernetic systems too. The results of that course are highly contested. Whatever you do, don't bring it up to Tiny. Wondering sore spot for her.
Noted.
Tyree was...
If I have a look?
Not at all. Blish would have been thrilled people still read his work. I'd recommend his consciousness transferals papers. Though his newest work was some of his most riveting. He was prepping it for publication, but he ran out of time.
And of course, he was... Study abstract. Let's see. Research notes.
I couldn't see, hear, speak, move. No sense of space or time. Only nothingness. I would prefer not to experience that again.
Right. Genius. It's dissertation.
Seeing her again. I'm supposed to be dead. Science gave me a second chance. I will make it count.
Oh, Blish. Oh, I did not want to sit.
Take care, Rourke. Tell him his big brother is sorry. And Tiny too. And stop keeping secrets from each other. All of you.
All of this.
Come back for me when the storm passes.
Study. Lucy. Mind. Oh, Blish.
Gorik, I shouldn't have dragged you here.
Commander, I knew from the moment you told me what this was going to be about. I wanted to be here with you.
When I was with him, I had no idea he was planning. I'm sorry.
Would have been so proud of what we accomplished, and that you still remember him.
Gorik.
It took me a while to accept that his sacrifice was necessary, and it was his choice. We have to honor that. It's okay.
Oh, Gorik. I do. Carius holds on to the ones he's lost most. I think he does have a little mechanical golem he by hand built. Probably from a golem kit Timey managed to scour of Blish that it's inactive. It won't function as a golem ever. But he did it to remember the Azura. So Cinder, Aurane, and Vlast. Vlast is Aurane's brother, who sacrificed himself to save us from Balthazar. Cinder was the one who Ryland was in love with. The one who Smolder killed, fully turning Ryland to the bad side. And Aurane, she's left us, but she's still in our hearts. She's probably the one I don't want to do. Aurane is the one I least want to do. But I think I'm gonna grab my dice. I'm grabbing my dice because this is the choice best exemplified for dice rolls. And I'm specifically using my... So even if it's gonna be Sitter and odds, it's gonna be Vlast. And if it's a nat 1 or a nat 20, it's Aurane. Odds was similar, evens was Vlast, I guess. I rolled an 11, so I'm going to say it was Cinder. And it's time to go to Blaze Ridge Steps in Broken Tooth Mod. Oh, I got ping? Who pingy? But yeah. I love that even I. Humo! You're here. This is this is pretty far from Cantha.
Yao told me about how you'd be up this way. Interesting place.
Well, I'll get to it then.
Sure. Do what you have to do.
Talk to Shatter Warband. As our Shatter Soul. Why did you decide to fight along Cinder? I trusted her. Why is that? She gave a reason not to.
More times than I can count. He's always trying to do what's right. That's why he's got our loyalty.
To your knowledge, I don't know. If you're fishing on Duron, you won't find it here. She was a good leader and a good person. Nobody like her before since she had the respect of her warband. I like that we're going for Cinder. Vita Shadowhorn. You got something? Can I ask you about Cinder? She was sharp. Not just in Farrar. She had a way of knowing things. But she'd seen a lot. Bella has a way of aging you. And so does the company. Tragic, but not uncommon. Kyrus is very mature for his age, considering he's, well, Sylvari sort of thing, but he's definitely seen a lot. Title.
Watch yourself, cub.
Yeah, what? do you want? What do you remember about Cinder? Strong as hell, for one thing. In battle, but also the way she did things. She was gonna do. And perseverance is a marvel. Yeah, so far. Her biggest mistake was getting. Fortunately, she lost her life because of us. And now, Prax. It's the final one.
At ease.
What about Cinder can be around today if she wasn't for her? She put everyone else's safety before. Have to respect selflessness.
I've learned plenty. Seen and done plenty. Old heads aren't the only ones fit to lead.
Well, it's fair in love and war. She was a good person. She just had a bad circumstance, which is sad to hear. Chamu.
You look shaken up.
I...
Tired.
Look, you're gonna screw something up for someone. That's just how it goes.
Cinder is dead because I let the parley happen.
You didn't kill Cinder. Smolder did. All you can do is look out for those counting on you and choose what you believe is right.
Cinder was on the wrong side. Same with all those researchers. But they didn't deserve.
Everyone thinks leading's easy, but it's not black and white. And if things go south and people get hurt, it's all on you. People look at you like you don't care, when really it eats at you. But you can't show them. You have to be strong. But they're right. Someone got hurt, or worse, because of you. No matter how good you are at what you do, it happens.
I know.
It gets to you. Just find your own way to deal with it.
I think I'm ready now. I should probably get back to the mine.
I do think Kyrus, in a way, blames himself for Cinder's death and what happened because of it. Because what happened? He saw Rylan. Rylan may not have made the turn to the dark side if Cinder survived. But she didn't. And I feel like because of that, Rylan, Kyrie, the assassination of Smolder, yes. Yes, we can. But Kyrios still blames himself heavily for, because he definitely realized he made Rylan jealous. Jealous because Kyrios was treated more like a son than Ryland. And having Smolder kill Cinder and basically decide nothing was. Smolder ruined everything. And Kyrios was siding with Smolder somewhat. Reluctantly, but they were on the same side. Kyrios does blame himself for a lot of Ice Brood. In the way of, I'm not just the commander. I am the champion of the Scion. I am the one. He was this big person going on adventures with Gridlock, and sadly, Ryland probably wanted that. Kyrus has a lot of emotional baggage, but I think in a way, this is him sort of working through this. And I like that Chumul is here, because this man just, when it said, hey, it happens, It's gonna be on your fault, but you have to accept it. And I like that. But words? Thousands of words of mine. No. He still has a good bit, but to be fair, Kyrus? This is Kyrus working through that baggage in a way, which is so good. But I think we're gonna end stream there. And next time, we'll be continuing further on into the depths. See you guys then. Goodbye.